Hi, welcome back to This African Perspective. Thank you for stopping by. We're ranting about 9 to 5, so we know how it is. Sometimes they just get tired of it and they're like, oh my god, like this is so exhausting. I'm tired of doing it because we know working a particular routine again and again and again, sometimes it can get very mundane and people just want to rant about it. And then also we're going to be checking out school system was actually like being in school, being in high school and everything, or during those time the whole situation was actually to set you up since from being a child to actually be a worker, to work for someone rather than being a business owner yourself. Just going to be checking out this rant and see what people think about this video. But before we get right into this video, make sure you please click the like button. It really helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that support so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Let's get right into it.
How have we convinced everyone in this country that literally, like, when you are working 40 hours a week, especially if you're working like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, that's your whole day. You are giving up 5 days of your week and you get 2 of them to survive, okay? And yeah, sure. And within this capitalistic system, of course, Emrys, how else are we going to pay our bills? Okay, did you know people used to not pay bills? Did you know that it's like people used to not pay rent for this earth? Because if you really think about it, right, who are we paying rent to? Who owns the earth? Who owns the land? And why do they own the land? Then if you want to get extra technical, this is for my fellow Americans. Who owned the land? Who took the land? And what were their reasons for it? And are their reasons valid enough that we suddenly now have to pay them for it? For 40 hours a week. And it just sucks because you can't have that conversation most of the time because it's too radical. And it's like, hear me out. I understand. Right now we are in a position or a time in society where people do have to work 40 hours a week in order to survive. But it's like, if you are those people, can we at least just all come together and like, why aren't you mad? Why is it the people that work the most that are like, this is fine? I like this. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can like it. But like, you are a slave. Say it with your chest.
Bro, the older I get, I'm really starting to realize that school kind of prepared us to have 9 to 5s. And what's funny is I vividly remember having a conversation with my mom. I don't know what grade I was in. I know I was a kid, but she had made a comment and I told her, I was like, well, I got a job basically just like you. I just don't get paid for it. And I started to break it down. I was like, I get up same time you get up. I got to be somewhere just about the same time you got to be there. I get a lunch break. You get a lunch break. And we both kind of get home within an hour apart. So, like, we kind of do the same thing. And see, school for me was like 8 something to 3:45. So it's like 7 hours. Most jobs are 8 hours. So it's about an hour difference. But even in school, you had a bell to dismiss you or indicate that it was time to go to a different class. At work, at some jobs, especially like the factories, you got a bell to dismiss you or indicate that it's time for a break. And then to take it a little further, besides reading and writing, adding, subtraction, multiplication, and division, a lot of the stuff we learned was BS. Till this day, I have yet to use the Pythagorean theorem, the a squared, b squared equals c squared. We was reading books about Beethoven. I don't, for what? And then we read about all the King Henrys and all his wives, and like, it's just, like, none of that has any impact on my life. And I wasn't a dumb student, I just didn't care. Like, I made C's just to be able to be eligible for the sports that I played. And I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but it really didn't prepare us for nothing. If I'm tripping, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think.
I will never understand why cashiers aren't allowed to sit down. Like, there's literally nothing about that job that requires you to stand up for 8+ hours. Like,
third week of going into work twice a week, and I'm already f***ing done. The people that don't fuck with 9 to 5s but still want a normal salary, why the fuck we gotta be stuck in line with people that do like 9 to 5s? And yes, there's people that do like it. They're like, oh my god, like, I love the stability and the schedule and the routine and everything. Like, good for you, oh my god. By going in twice a week is that I do work 3 days remotely, which I am thankful for, but at the same time, like, what the fuck? I don't like the schedule, bro. I'd go in every single day if there was a better schedule. If you think what I'm complaining about is stupid, then just scroll, okay? Scroll. This is for the girlies that understand that this is fucked. Like, what is this poofery, guys? The reason why I'm even making this video is because I can be stuck in traffic. Like, look at my hands. At least the city's pretty. Yo, what the fuck? And I have no problem doing the same shit as like what everybody else is doing. Like, I can admit that I'm basic as but like, I genuinely just don't understand how people are okay with this. Like, it's up. Shout out TD Garden, bleed green, go Celtics, woo! I'm in the tunnel now, but like I can't really talk about this at work because it's like kind of unprofessional, and like a lot of people like don't really like relate to me at work, and also like it's my platform, and like I feel better just like ranting about this. It makes me feel better about my life, my simulation that I'm in. Like, then it's fine. Like, it's none of your business. If you want to talk shit, you talk shit. But please comment if you can relate and you're like, this is like a new to you. Like, this concept isn't new to you, but being in the simulation is new to you. Like, you knew the simulation was there, but now that you're in the simulation, you're like, what the how am I actually in this simulation? And there's just all these nice apartment buildings like mocking me on the way to work, going like, haha, you're stuck in a simulation, but you can't afford to live here. I kid you not, a bedroom in one of those buildings, a studio is $3K a month minimum, and they're all the 3K ones are taken, so they're probably even more. All these simulation motherfuckers going to work, literally look at all these people getting ready just like to go to work. Like, it's crazy.
Most really are being bamboozled, because it's really just no way that these people expect for us working class people to live like this. Like, I can't even afford to go to the grocery store and get groceries. Like, I'm like, well, I was going to get groceries this week. I couldn't get none last week because I couldn't afford it. Well, now I might have to wait till I get paid again. I'm about to just keep eating out. What is the point of having a job? Right now, it's really not a point. If you can't get one paycheck and pay all your bills and still have money left over for yourself, it's really not a point. And people got 2-3 jobs, and literally, like, I was on Facebook, and one girl was like, she works 16 hours a day. She said, I don't have time. She said, I work 16 hours every single day. What? Like, that's not normal. That's not normal, and we're normalizing, like, oh, we're gonna get up and get this money. Ain't no money to be got. The money is nowhere to be. Where's the money? Like, I don't know.
You actually not getting paid enough from the job that you're going to, and you're already feeling like you're burnt out from it. It's even the worst. Like, most of us, I mean, people are going to work to get money, right? And then the money that you're going to get, you're not even getting enough to actually fund your lifestyle or pay all your bills that you have, which are important bills that you need. Those are your necessities in life. Where is the motivation? Like, it's so difficult for you to have motivation in that situation, because like, why the hell am I going and then I'm not getting anything? I do feel like many people do not even have the mindset, or they are not even taught or learned when it comes to the aspect of being a business owner. Sometimes many people have created businesses that have actually failed. I know it's not some people's luck, not everybody can do it, but at the same time, some people, it's actually because of the lack of education on what to do right, on like what needs do people need, and how are they, like, you know, helping with providing that needs to people. And it's like, yeah, in that situation, that is why you see that some businesses have failed. Some people have tried, but it didn't work out for them, and they had to go back to 9 to 5.
One of my biggest regrets in life is not realizing early on just how stupid the vast majority of people are. Now, we all at certain points in our lives will have these moments where we feel like we made bad decisions or we were stupid when we were younger, blah, 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 blah. But there are people out there who are stupid. Not stupid, stupid. You ever met somebody and they say some shit and you're just like, what the are you talking about? That's the average person. There are people dumber than that. There are people out there who, truth be told, should be in a group home. And they're not. In fact, they have kids. They work, quote unquote, normal jobs. That's scary. Very scary. So listen, if you find yourself coming to this realization, and hopefully it's when you're in your mid-20s, you have two options. Either you're going to accept the fact that the vast majority of people are, you're going to resign to this fact and then figure out a way how to help people, of course. Or you're going to take advantage of people. This is how you make money. The fastest way to make a lot of money is to come up with a solution to people's problems. And hopefully your solution is scalable to reach millions of stupid people. That is how you become a millionaire. Good luck.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not financially stable, but I'm feeling very creatively inspired. I'm just worried that I will never amount to anything ever. But I'm working really hard. I just really don't know what's going on, but I'm sure everything's going to be okay.
Anyone else thought about the idea that we were all groomed from a very young age to be members of a cult? And by cult, I mean the idea of trading 40 to 50 years of your life for maybe 10 or 15 years of freedom once you're too old to actually enjoy it. And if you question this cult, if you question this traditional model that we were all tricked into believing was the only way to do things, you're considered crazy, or you're considered someone that doesn't really want to work, or someone that's lazy. And in reality, you're just trying to think critically and ask yourself, is this really the best way to do things? Is it really the best way to do things to spend 8 to 10 waking hours a day away from the people you love most, 5 days a week, and in return, you get 2 days. You get 2 days. And on those 2 days, you got to do all the things that you couldn't do during the previous 5 days because, again, you were busy working. Like, how is everyone okay with this trade-off? You trade 5 days for 2. You trade 40 to 50 years for 10 to 15, if you're talking about the average life expectancy in the United States. How's that a fair trade? And despite this, everyone goes along with it. Everyone signs up for that college tuition. Everyone signs up for them student loans. Why? I don't know. They probably don't even know why themselves. Because it's the only way to do things? It's not the only way to do things. It's just the accepted way to do things. It's just the way to do things when you fall in line and don't question the norm.
If anyone is in their late 20s and 30s right now, do y'all not feel like we got the weird end of the deal? Like the timing that we were born? We were born literally in between 2 different timelines. You know what I mean? We have our parents that have been telling us to get 9 to 5s, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. Then we experience now people on the internet making money, working for themselves, entrepreneurship, traveling, nomads, all the things. And then it's us, slap in the middle, trying to figure out which route to go. And it's funny because we have the mindset of the 9 to 5 because it's been instilled in us since we were kids. Like, what do you want to do? And whatever. And also we were exposed to limited amount of careers. Like, do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a lawyer? I don't know why I'm doing that voice, but that's what it feels like. But we have this spirit of the freedom of recognizing that our parents were burnt out, or our grandparents, or their parents. Like, we see it happening in real time. So if you too are in that weird middle part that is just genuinely very confusing, hold your head high. And this is why. Times are strange. Like, we really don't know what the next move. Rona really kind of messed people up. Like, anything can happen at any time. So it's like, how do you prepare for the unknown? The generation younger than us are so gangster. They're just like, you know what? F school. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go be on TikTok. I'm going to be on Twitch, and I'm just going to do my things. And we're just out here like, so again, if you are out here trying to figure it out, just know that it is not just you. Times are hard. Bills are getting higher and higher. Pay is getting lower and lower. And I'm genuinely just confused as to who the fuck is supposed to really be out here thriving. Now, there are people out here thriving. And I realize it's a common mindset that everyone has. If you are good at providing money for an employer, then why can't you do it for yourself? I'll tell you why. The mindset. You're thinking like, okay, well, this money is stable. Stability is not even really a real thing right now, but this is as stable as I can get. So you try to just thug it out, but your spirit is like, get out of there. Let's go do this for ourselves. Okay, so if you're in that little weird, hold your head high. You will be okay. Your spirit will get louder, and you will get to the point where you actually truly recognize you have to bank on you. And I'm not trying to promote entrepreneurship, but I am saying that you have to get to a point where you recognize the truth for you. It might be to stay at that 9 to 5 for a little while longer, and that's okay. That's okay. But eventually you'll come around to the answer that you need. This was very vague because I don't have an answer to what you're supposed to do right now. I'm still figuring it out for myself because, again, times are very weird. But don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, because it's an obvious thing that a lot of that age bracket that I said is going through. Any hooters. Have a beautiful day. Keep your head high and just know when you need that pivot, you will find it. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat the small stuff. And on that note, have a beautiful day.
I hate it whenever boomers are like, oh, kids nowadays never go outside because there's nowhere to go, Cheryl. I would love to have somewhere to go hang out with my friends that was cheap and fun, but unfortunately that just does not exist anymore. Everything is so expensive, and I can't even imagine like just going to the bowling alley just cuz. And people can't afford it because they have to spend their money on, I don't know, things that they need to live. And yes, we have malls, but they're either dying or dangerous. The only options if you want to hang out are either at someone's house or in a random parking lot. And even then, it's difficult to hang out in a parking lot because of all the no loitering signs.
The time we used to go to school constantly, waking up by in the morning and just going and then returning in the evening or afternoon, and it's like, yeah, like it's just like a repetitive situation that you're being put in. Like since when you are a child, you're always getting ready, so your whole body system is supposed to actually be in alignment with that. You're supposed to already, you know, get used to it and be used to that lifestyle. And then sometimes it just get tiring for some people. At least some people still get tired of it, and they're like, hey, like this whole 9 to 5 is so stressful, like it's so tiring to just continuously do the same thing for the rest of my life. If we go into school constantly, we're going to school and all they're teaching us is actually for us to, you know, get in the pattern of being a very good worker, just being, you know, a very, like, just continue being diligent, always come on time. When you come late, like you're not supposed to be there late, be there early. And it's like with all those training, at the end of the day, it's like, are you guys just preparing all of us to just continue, you know, being workers? I know definitely in this world we're definitely gonna need people that work. Like not everybody's gonna be a business owner. Like what the hell? Like that's not even possible. It's not possible for that to happen. Some people have to work. That's just life. Like some people have to work while some have to create the businesses for them, for people to work and be the ones who create the employment for people. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate you for doing that. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're just watching me for the very first time. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.